Can the Chiefs win the Super Bowl with this receiving core?
Yes, they can win it. I don't expect them to, though.
Okay.
I mean, it's all about the way you phrase the question. When you look at Patrick Mahomes, we're used to seeing Patrick Mahomes elevate the people around him. When you go back to last year, there was no Tyreek Hill. Are we saying that Juju Smith-Schuster was worth that level of explosivity in this offense? I don't believe so. And when you think about Patrick Mahomes, where they were last week against the Green Bay Packers, the drop by MVS versus the Philadelphia Eagles, but also what we saw them do after the first two series against the Las Vegas Raiders, they can find ways to make plays. Will Matt Nagy put them in position to do so? The reason that we've always picked the Kansas City Chiefs was because of their quarterback. And I said it this morning that this feels like when Michael Jordan went to play baseball. Everybody in the AFC now has hopes, the same way everybody in the NBA then had a hope that they can win a championship. But when you think about Rashee Rice and now finding ways to get him the football where he can be running, getting that momentum, the yards after the catch, you have to do something different with Travis Kelce. And I know people are going to look at his stats and say that he still leads tight ends in many of the categories. But where's the explosive plays for Travis Kelce? Where's Travis Kelce beating one-on-ones and stretching the field? I believe that those days are gone, whether it be from the injury early on this season or if Father Time is catching up with him. How do you replace that? And I still feel like Matt Nagy hasn't figured that out. But when you watch this team and think of Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes in December months, in January, this is a team that finds ways to win. And I think there could be adjustments made. They're just running out of time.
Stephen A?
Look, man, before CC chime in here, RC, man, it's rare that I disagree with you, but I disagree with you by default here. No, from a talent perspective, you could sit up there and say there's not some precipitous drop off from a Juju Smith-Schuster. But how many teams got 26 drops?
Yeah.
Drops. I'm saying, I mean, if you telling me route running and getting open or Patrick Mahomes getting you the football is all that matters, I stand down. You're absolutely right. But you can't catch. You're literally dropping passes all the time. Yeah, hell yeah, there's a big-time drop-off from that. I didn't see that last year. I didn't see them drop. Listen, Tyreek Hill's got 12 touchdowns. Their receivers got 10. He's got about 191 yards shy of what they've done collectively. Yeah, they don't have a Tyreek Hill, but they're still a reigning defending Super Bowl champions. You know why? Because the guys that they had did the basic fundamental responsibility. That's what they fulfilled. If we throw the ball and you catch the damn ball. They caught the ball. They caught the ball. We're literally, I mean, the kids you train, and I've watched you on Instagram, I've watched you on social media, I've watched the video of you working kids out. You got kids in high school that you are running drills through, that you are putting through the work, RC, that are catching passes better than wide receivers for the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, you cannot make it up. I mean, listen, literally, Patrick Mahomes would be justified in picking up the phone and saying, yo, RC, man, can I get one of those receivers this Sunday? Can I get one of them? I know they play in high school, but damn. I mean, that's how bad it is, to the point where Valdez-Scantling was open. It was a clear pass interference that was against him that was not called, right? And all of us went like this. You know what we were saying. CC, you know what we were all saying. We all went like this. And he'd have dropped it anyway. I mean, that's how we thinking right now. No disrespect, because Valdez-Scantling, up until this year, we weren't really saying that about him to the degree that we are now. But my God, it is bad in Kansas City. There is no way in hell you can win a Super Bowl if your receivers can't catch.
Oh, wait a minute now, Stephen. Now, you're dead wrong on this one. Let's take inventory here. We're talking about a receiving core that's bottom 5 in drops. You're talking about a team that has a top 10 defense. They've got a Hall of Fame tight end, a Hall of Fame head coach, and a quarterback in the GOAT conversation. Let me see where we've seen that before and that team winning a championship. Oh, you know, the New England Patriots 5 years ago in 2018 when they beat Pat Mahomes going through Arrowhead to the Super Bowl and beating the Rams. That receiving core was bottom 5 in drops during the season. Now, a lot of people don't want to talk about that. We don't want to associate a Bill Belichick team or a wide receiving core with not having something so fundamental as a receiving core that can catch passes, but that's the reality. They can win it. The Chiefs have warts. So do the other 31 teams in the National Football League. It's about finding a way to overcome them. And when we start talking about the confidence level moving forward, when you look at their remaining schedule relative to all the other teams that can have the number 1 seed in the AFC, give me the Kansas City Chiefs. Their next 5 games, they don't play a team that currently has a winning record. I will take the Chiefs. It's still the Arrowhead Invitational, as my boy Nick Wright likes to call it. It's going to run through Arrowhead in terms of getting out of the AFC in order to get to the Super Bowl.
You know what?
It's going to look a little different, but the Chiefs are still going to be there in the end.
Right. I didn't realize it. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't know. When New England had that, they were dropping the ball like that 2018. I forgot about that. Okay. All right. Maybe you got a point. I still don't believe you.
The other piece of
I still don't believe you. But
the other piece of it is this, though. Like some of those drops are also Travis Kelce. And if you're telling me that Travis Kelce, when Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs need them most or need him most, he's not going to step up. I don't believe that. Right? If you're talking about a team that understands the way to win, and if you're looking at the Miami Dolphins still have to see the Baltimore Ravens. The Miami Dolphins still have to see the Dallas Cowboys. The Baltimore Ravens still have a difficult resume or difficult schedule headed forward. And so all of these things play into the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be there. And when we say they get there, that's when you have to bet against Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and a defense that's improved. And I'm not sitting here saying that if you told me to put my money on them, I bet them against the field. What you're asking is, can they win with this group of individuals at the wide receiver position? And they absolutely can.
Well, you know what? One quick question. I think it's very, very important to ask this question. Does Taylor Swift have any concerts overseas that he might travel to? I mean, that is a factor. Yes,
Let's not go there.
Man ain't gonna miss no game.
Let's not go there.
Stephen A. He ain't gonna miss no game.
Before we roll,
that's what I'm asking.
honestly.
I'm not worried about him under any other circumstances. I'm not worried about Travis Kelce.
One word answer. Right now, who do you have winning the AFC?
Baltimore.
Jacksonville.
Thank you.